I got all my stripes in this motherfucker, so just call me Colonel Cash Out. You niggas like it. Let me show you how I'm coming. I'm better known as Hood Star. If you don't know me from the hood, check me out on World Star. Shout out to my shooting guard, yeah, he'll shoot. If we catch.
I earned the right to call myself charismatic. I earned the right to truly hold that title of being charismatic. And that's something that really is gonna sit right with you all the time. That's something that's gonna make you feel good. That's something that's gonna always put a smile on your face regardless of what's going on. You're like, you know what is going on, but I'm very charismatic. So it's just gonna, like I said, I'm not even there yet. It's weird, like I'm not even there, but I already know that's how I'm gonna be thinking. Like I really feel like that's how I'm gonna be thinking once I truly become charismatic. I'm gonna be like, wow, even though all this shit, like I'm really charismatic. Like that's something to be proud of. Like, wow, that's a great quality that I have. But yeah, it's gonna feel good. But I know this is probably a little random, this concept, but before I turn this camera, I was talking about charisma. One of the qualities I really like that quality. That's the one I'm really working towards the most. Charisma and confidence, kind of the same thing, but mostly charisma. Like I was saying, one of the things I learned that in this world, in order to like, one of the things that's gonna really make you succeed, like one of the things I learned in this world, you gotta be really social, extremely social. You know, this is coming from a dude in high school. I was that weird quiet kid, right? The quote unquote weird quiet kid. It's not that I was weird or necessarily quiet even, because like I said, look what I'm doing now. I'm talking right now. It's just that I didn't feel like I had anything to say worth saying. I didn't feel like I had something to say worth speaking. So that's why I was quiet. I didn't have no confidence in myself. I had no self-love. So since I didn't have none of that, you know, it resulted in me staying quiet because I didn't believe in myself. But like I was saying though, yeah, one of the things I really learned in this world, you gotta be extremely social. Cause being social, it opens up doors. Having charisma, it opens up doors. It opens up doors that you couldn't enter before. Like I said, I was just talking about charisma, and I was elaborating on the why I want to become charisma. Why I want to become charismatic, truly charismatic. Cause like I said, I feel like everybody's charismatic in their own right to a certain degree, but I want to become like really charismatic. And my title I call it Mr. Charismatic. Mr. Charismatic, to me, my title I gave it, it's like the highest level of charisma you could ever reach. It's like you can fully charm almost anybody. You know, like you just walk into a room, you light the whole thing up. Like everybody know, like John's in town, like they know what time it is. Like that's their charisma, but that's that true charisma. And something like that is that's a really good skill. That's something that's really, really valuable and rare. I might even add. I would say rare to a certain level, but definitely rare now in 2021. You know, it's a lot of creeps. It's a lot of socially awkward dudes. And that's why I make my channel for too, to help those guys out. Cause I know I've been there. And I'm still, sometimes I will even admit this, I am still a little bit socially awkward in a way. And it all got to do with your experience. It's because I haven't experienced enough. I haven't been as social as I would like, but I'm working on that. You know, a lot of things are gonna change in the near future and very, very soon. So that's all gonna change. But it all comes down to, if you haven't reached that level of charisma, it comes down to how social. It comes down to how social you are, but it also comes down to your experience. If you have whatever it is, and that's what I noticed. The beginning stages of socializing suck. Nobody tell you this, but it sucks. I'm here to tell you. The beginning stages of socializing suck. It sucks because it's the stages that hurt the most, because you're so inexperienced. You don't have enough XP yet. You don't have enough skill yet to, you know, do certain things, to have certain abilities unlocked yet. It's kind of like a video game character in a way. It really is what it's lit. It's like you got to do more and more to unlock more. You want to get to level 100, but you like at level 1 or level 5, and it's like it, you know, it really does take a lot of, it takes a lot of grinding. It takes a lot of you know, it takes a lot of patience. It's kind of like with a child. Like, you gotta have patience with a kid. You gotta understand they still kids. They gotta grow up. And it's the same thing with your charisma. Your charisma gotta grow up. It gotta grow stronger. It gotta become a man. It gotta stand on its own. But you gotta constantly, you gotta train it. You gotta practice with your charisma. You have to practice. And becoming truly charismatic, it's a thing I truly seek, and I will not stop until I have it. And I'll know. It's a feeling. I'll know when I reached Mr. Charismatic, when I got that full charismatic, when I can charm, and I got this likable, just magnetic aura about me that people just can't help but want to be around me. They just want to gravitate towards me. You know, like I said, and it all starts with your it starts with your action, and it starts with your experience. It starts by just starting. You gotta go out there and you know, you gotta go out there and test the waters. You gotta go out there and leave your mark. Start talking and push yourself outside your comfort zone and being social. You gotta understand, like I said, these are the beginning stages. So where I'm at right now, I'm being open and vulnerable with y'all never quitters. I'm being open and vulnerable with y'all. I still struggle socially a lot, actually. And I know I make a lot of videos. I know I talk about a lot of things, but I also want to be very transparent, because I am not perfect. I am a human. I'm still young, and it's a lot of things that I don't know. I will admit, I do know a lot of things. I have came a long way. I consider myself to be very wise for my age, and very smart and knowledgeable. But at the same time, I'm still learning a lot. Yeah, and what main things that's been a problem for me in my life has always kind of been a problem for me. Well, at one point it wasn't, but as I got older, it slowly became a problem for me, and that's what I'm talking about now, the socializing. When I was a kid, it was, I mean, I feel like that's kind of how it is with most kids. Some kids be socially awkward when they kids too, but for the most part, kids are very extroverted and talkative and loud by nature. But as you grow up, you kind of discover who you are. You know, you darkened by the things of the world. You know, your heart becomes cold. You know, you learn things. You realize you're a little different from the rest of the crowd. You don't do this. You don't smoke this. You don't drink that. You don't gangbang. You don't do everything that a lot of people doing. So just them three things, it makes you very, very like an outsider. It just and that's where a lot of my insecurities stem from, and that's where a lot of my unconfidence stem from. That's where a lot of my depression stem from. I'm not depressed no more, by the way, but I'm just saying, like, the stuff I was going, that's where a lot of my problems stem from, because I was so different, and I'm still so different. But the difference is now that I embrace that difference. I know there's power in that difference, because even though I might not be those things, even though I don't gangbang, even though I don't do drugs, even though I don't drink liquor, even though I don't do you know, I don't partake, I'm not a part of the crowd. I'm the outsider, like I said. I also realized that I have things that they don't have too. Like I said, I notice I'm very observant by nature, because I'm more quieter than most people. So since I'm observant, I observe that I have to be very social in order to succeed. You see how it works? I use my strengths to analyze my weaknesses in order to improve my weaknesses, to make them into strengths. Okay, in order to prove or I ain't even gonna call them weaknesses, because you're never supposed to tell nobody your weaknesses. I ain't gonna call them weaknesses, because they not necessarily weakness. They just parts of myself that aren't ideal yet. Which is my level of social skill. So me being observant, it made me realize what I needed to do. And I also have I have a lot of amazing qualities, even though I might not fit in. I may not be the most, I don't know, coolest person or whatever that means, or this person, that person, the person that everybody want to be around. I realize I have a lot of amazing qualities, and another one of those amazing qualities is being brave. So right from the very jump, I'm observant as hell. On top of that, I'm brave too. Now put one and one together. Being brave and being observant, what does that create? It creates a plan for me to fix this social problem and to help you guys fix the social problem, because I'm giving y'all the formula that I'm generating as I continue to go through life and experience life. As I continue to experience life, and that's what it is. Being observant, being brave, you put it together, it creates a plan. The plan is to go out and to be even more social than the most social person you see, the most social person around you. That you have to be even more social than them. Like I said, how I start off, I just explained how I start off. I'm not that social, little socially awkward at times, don't know what to say, kind of stumbles, kind of stuck, just stuck inside my own head, a little bit unconfident when it comes to that, and just overall struggles with it, and not ideally where I want to be. The plan is created. I'm very observant. I observe. You have to go out and gain a lot of experience in this area in order to improve yourself, and you have to, and in order to even do that, you got to be brave. And I was already brave, so now being brave combined with being observant of what I need to do creates go out and go be more social and keep doing it. And then on top of that, I've gained more things over time. I learned that I have to stay dedicated. I learned that I have to never give up. These are core qualities that are going to push me forward even in the hard times when I'm in the beginning stages of socializing. And that's where I'm at now. It's very it's very interesting. It's very hard, but like I said, the whole charisma thing, the charisma is the goal. It's the goal. Confidence is charisma, but those one that goes. But really, my number one I'm going for is the charisma. Charisma, to me, I don't even know how to describe it. I mean, obviously, it's a definition for it, but charisma is like your ability to charm me. And it's not even, you not purposely, well, in some situations you kind of are purposely trying to charm just to see your skill level with it, just to see how good you are with it, or if you're trying to do a certain thing or get in a certain position, or you want to get a certain thing from somebody. If you charm them enough, they'll do it for you. But charisma, overall, when you charismatic, you're not even trying to charm nobody. It just naturally happens. And like I said, it's just going to be a game changer once I become truly charismatic, the Mr. Charismatic, that level of charisma that I'm going to reach one day. And you have to talk like this. I'm going to reach it. You have to speak with full confidence, and that instills confidence too. The way that you speak, I learned that too. How you speak, you got to speak different. You got to switch up the way that you talk. You can't say, "Oh, I'm scared," or this, that, or no. You gotta speak like, you got to speak with confidence. You got to speak with certainty, like it's going to happen. Even if, I'm not sure that it's going to happen, but I am sure, because I know as long as God give me another day to live, and I know as long as I never give up and I keep learning and paying attention to what's working and what's not working, it's eventually gonna happen. So it's confidence, but it's also me knowing practical things that are gonna occur as I continue to progress in that area. And like I said, really touching upon the why. Why I want the charisma so bad is because I finally get to see what that's like. See all the time I've seen other charismatic people from my school, people from my family, people from my life, and I'm like, wow, that's nice. I just watch how people, how they just, like I just explained, they got that magnetic aura. They got that magnetic aura about them that just draws people towards them. Like, I want to have that. I want to experience what that's like. And it's cool. And I've seen what some of the things you can do when you have real charisma. It's cool. You can do certain things. People are messing with you more. It opens more doors for you. And it's just a cool thing. It's very cool. And it'll be a very cool quality to have. It's going to be a very cool quality to have because I don't possess it yet. And all of that, like I said, it's a result of my inexperience. But once I get more experience in it, I'll know. I'll naturally start becoming more charismatic as time progress, like more and more and more, to the point where it's not a thing, and it's not hard anymore. It's not difficult anymore, and it's not a challenge no more. It just feels right. But yeah, one of the biggest things I learned in life, like I said, you're gonna always have to socialize. So why not become very, very good at it? You always gonna have to socialize. Always. You gonna have to socialize. So if that's something in your life that you really that you always gonna have to do, I want to become really good at it. So that way it's not a problem to me, or it's like this constant problem that's like, oh, John, you still not that good at socializing. Oh, John, you still not that good at socializing. Like, they won't leave me alone. Like, bitch, I'm getting there. But like I said, you just gotta overdose in it. Overdose. I understand what I need to do. It's just it's just that I gotta start doing it. Okay. Like I said, I'm about to go to college very soon. I want to say in some days, actually. I'm about to start college. Yeah, woohoo, yay me. And it's gonna be a fresh start. Okay. And like I just explained, when I go to college, I'm not gonna do the same things. I can't do the same things that I did in high school. Be quiet, sit by myself at the lunch table, not raise my hand or participate in class. I can't do none of that. I gotta do everything I just say. I gotta do the exact opposite of that. Go to a lunch table with a whole bunch of people, start talking to them, and once again, raise my hand in class. Be social. And another thing you gotta understand too. Another thing I know everybody's not gonna like you. Even when you do become truly charisma, you become Mr. Charismatic. Everybody not gonna like you. Everybody not gonna like me. Everybody don't like me now. Shit, everybody gonna like. Some people might even be jealous. Like, look at this month, because I know I was when I seen other charismatic people. Back in my old days when I was a very toxic person. I was jealous of them because I'm like, how come they're charismatic? How come they're charismatic and I'm not? Nigga, you're not, because you didn't socialize enough. The person, if you study something long enough, you will become the best at it. Especially if nobody else is studying it. Like, yeah, they may be natural at it, but I'm gonna know literally all the ins and outs, all the ways that a human ticks. All the buttons to push at the right specific times, all the ways to make everything go in my favor, and I'm going to continue to study that. I don't want to study it too hard. I don't want to think about it too hard because it's not that deep, it's not that serious, but at the same time, I want to have the best possible chance that I possibly can. And what really inspired me to do that is Vanessa Van Edwards. Shout out her. I can't even begin to describe to you how much I love her. And I just found out about her, like, I think yesterday. I love her. I do. I'm a very loving person. I say that. I notice I be saying that a lot. I love her because she inspired. She used to be very socially awkward too. Now she's one of the best socializers that I've seen. And all because she kept doing it. She kept doing it. Repetition. She, like I just explained to you, she studied for real. Like, she got researchers at a lab. Like, she's a real scientist. Like, she studied how humans work, how humans interact in social situations. Like, she specifically studies that. So she has no problem with socializing anymore. It may have took her a little minute, but I want to get to that. I'm going to get to that point. And like I said, it's just tough in the beginning stages to realize that, because it feels like I say, when I was depressed, I never thought I was gonna stop being depressed. I was like, what the hell? Like, this shit gonna last. It feel like it's gonna last forever. Just like me not being at my social ideal place. It feels like it kind of feels like I know it's gonna happen, but it feels like it's like, what's taking so long? Like, why it's taking so long? But what I also gotta understand is you gotta be patient. You gotta be patient, but you also gotta enjoy the journey. That's the journey is fun. Learning different things, bumping your head, falling, getting back up, learning new things, having a story to tell like this to other people who struggle with the same thing, helping them out, helping others, being a big influence on a lot of people. You know, it's a part of it. But yeah, like I was saying, I want to end by saying